Are you ready to get your bubble on? Today on Walking the Candy Aisle. Welcome everyone, I'm Jeff, and we are here once again to look at another fun chocolate bar up for review. Today we have the Aero Mint bar. That is right, the mint flavored Aero bar. And in the new bubbly bar format. That's right, Aero recently changed up their design of their standard bars to bubbles as opposed to just segmented bars, and they're going whole hog with this bubble theme, which makes sense because Aero is a chocolate bar that is full of tiny, teeny little bubbles. That's right, people. If you have not had an Aero bar, that is what we are talking about. That's what it's all about. Nestle makes this bar, and it's about texture. More than anything else, really. That's kind of the hook, and sort of thematically, that's what they've really gone in with now, with the bubbles. You know, the kind of taste the bubbles sort of idea. I think that was one of their marketing slogans for a while. Now let's get your bubble on. But that is what's going on here. This is the mint variety. The Aero bar is a UK chocolate. It's Nestle UK, but it's sold in really all over the world in a ton of places. I live in Canada, so normally, we do have our various Canadian varieties of Aero bar produced by Nestle Canada. This, however, actually is a Aero Mint bar from the UK. It just ended up on my doorstep here. But we do have this same bar in Canada, although I will say I haven't seen it in the new bubble format yet. However, I expect I will soon. The Aero bar comes in a lot of varieties, as I've said. The standard is just milk chocolate, which I've reviewed on this channel before. I've also reviewed a different Aero bar, which was the Aero truffle bar. You can see both of those reviews here. I'll link to them, and I'll also link to them at the end. But if you have any questions, watch those reviews. These are good, though. These are generally very good chocolate bars. I think, I don't know, I gave them high scores for both those other bars. Not, life-changing by any means, but they're solid. Okay? So let's jump into this. Aero, I like that they've got the green in here. And I'll say the mint as a secondary flavor is probably the most common that you'll see. I've heard that it also comes in varieties such as caramel and white chocolate. For my money, I think I've only seen it in dark and orange flavored, which both of those they have here in Canada. Oh, as well as the truffle, which is a limited time I'm expecting, sort of thing. So there's the bar. Ooh, smell that mint on it. Wow. Get up close and you can get a little view. Just, little Aero logo there. Nice. It's a nice form factor. It really is. And it's, easily sort of segmentable, splittable. And look right in there. You can see the cross section right away. That's a great cross section. It's just a good looking chocolate bar, isn't it? Nice shine to that chocolate. Nestle makes pretty good products, I will say. Definitely got to give them that. And it smells great. If you are a mint fan, I'm already going to tell you, this is something that you'll want to try if you have not. Let me have a bite here and give you a little bit more info. Okay. I'm just going to eat that. You can look at this one. There's not much to see, really. It's this same cross-section, though, found throughout, underneath the milk chocolate exterior. This is chocolate also, on the inside. It's just, mint infused and green colored. Although I've heard in some versions of the Aero Mint, they've removed the coloring. I think that's a Nestle corporate decision to sort of phase out food coloring in their products. Beside the point, though, I like the coloring. I think it looks good. This is a bar that's all about texture. You start to bite it. It's got a creaminess to it, a creamy, smooth chocolate that's That's part of what it's all about, which you need that if you're having a bar that's, relying solely on chocolate. It better be creamy and smooth. But the texture of the bubbles is great because it's like these miniature collapsing in on itself. It really does have a kind of airiness to it, a lightness to it. Now, I don't know. Is that enough to, I don't know, like, I don't know. How much does that count for? How much does that cover? That's kind of hard to say. I think that's going to be up to the individual. I like it as a texture. It's definitely an interesting taste, an interesting experience. More, I suppose I should say. And it's something that I think people should totally try. I won't say that it's like, defines the chocolate bar in and of itself, but this is just a chocolate bar. Like, what are you paying? At the most, you're paying a $1.50, right? Like, I'll pay $1.50 for a new experience, definitely. And I think this is one you should go for, certainly. The mint here is good. It's strong, but not overpowering. It's not like having a mint, a breath mint or something. It's but it is pretty strong. It's just good. It's a little refreshing, but it always comes back to the chocolate. That's really it. It has a mint flavor, but it always comes back to chocolate. You're always going to be tasting that chocolate at the end of every bite, which is good because it's pretty good chocolate and it feels pretty smooth overall. So I'm a fan. I got to say, Aero Mint, you are a good chocolate bar, and I think people should definitely try this. Good job, Nestle. Hooray for you. Walking the Candy Aisle is going to give the Aero Mint a 4 out of 5. It's solid, people. Give it a shot. If you like this review, please click on the links that you see on the screen for the other Aero reviews or more. Subscribe to this channel, like the video, all that good stuff. You know the drill, people. Thanks for joining me, everyone, and I will see you next time. Later.